Welcome to this live today. We have a roundtable conversation with amazing female entrepreneurs. If you are thinking of going online, and probably you are online right now today, and you're wondering to yourself, what are the things that I need to do to be successful? Then you want to watch this conversation. It's going to be about 30 minutes or so of your time. If you know anyone that would be interested in hearing about this conversation, which is what does it take to be a successful female entrepreneur online today, tag them, share this, let them know that this is happening. We have amazing women that are going to share their stories and let you know from their experiences, what does it take to really truly be successful online and have a thriving business. So before we get started with the conversation, I want to go ahead and let the speakers introduce themselves. And so I'm going to mute myself and let them introduce themselves. Go right ahead.
Hi, good morning, ladies. Sorry, at your place it's evening. Good evening, ladies. All right. My name is Lalitha Manoharan. I'm actually a homeschooler and also an entrepreneur. I founded my first company, Bizarrely Insignia Global, in year 2009. Started with trainings and all that. So you can actually find me at my Facebook page, Lalitha Manoharan 78, and also on my website, lalithamanoharan.co. I believe Martine will be putting down all our links there, so you can actually reach us there. All right. Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Christy. I am super excited to be in the group today with these amazing women entrepreneurs. And I am a speaker coach helping women to create their compelling signature talk and help them stand out from other speakers. And I currently live in the Sacramento area. I was born and raised in Nigeria, but I reside here in the Sacramento area, and I cannot wait for this conversation today.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dana Heesberg. I am known to those who are connected with me as the Vision Builder. I am a vision strategist and business coach, and I help small business owners, micro business owners, to move from frustration to success in their business. And what I do is that I help you to streamline, to make simple the pathway from where you are to the vision that you have in your mind for your business.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think Dana is frozen right now, but she'll come back. And so as you can see, there is a great balance and mix of different women. Oh, we were losing you. Go ahead. Oh. Sorry, we lost you for a second, Dana.
Oh my, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm super excited to be here to have this conversation with you. And I think we're going to have an amazing time this evening.
Yes, we are. And I love it that you all decided to participate. I did not even introduce myself. If this is your first time meeting me, my name is Martine Cadet. I am a social media and content coach for female coaches. And what I do is I help them build visibility online using Instagram, Facebook, online marketing, social media, that is, so that they can gain visibility and get their clients. And so today, this conversation is going to be amazing. Why? Well, simply because I know that there are many of us that are looking to invest more time and energy to start potentially our business online or to even scale it. And so today, as you can see, there's a good balance of different expertise, and to facilitate the conversation and to ensure that you come out of this conversation that you're watching right now with good information that you can implement, I have put together a series of questions that these wonderful women are going to help you understand and help you move forward with your business. And so the first question that I have, and I'm gonna pick somebody here, okay? I'm gonna put you on the spot. I wanna ask Dana this question, and obviously Christy and Lalitha jump on after that. But Dana, here's my question to you. From your experience being a successful online female entrepreneur, what would you say to another female entrepreneur as to what is the one skill that she needs to look into developing in order for her to be successful online? What would that be, Dana?
I think so one of the skills, or one of the most important skills, is finding that way to articulate or share your values. I believe that sometimes we become very intimidated about saying exactly what we want or what we believe. And I do think that if you are to stand out and to have an impact in an online sphere, you have to give yourself that freedom to speak that which is important to you, to speak your values. So if you are entering into entrepreneurship as a woman, there are so many opinions about who we are, what we should be, how we should be represented. I think it's important for you to have a conversation with yourself about who you are, what you value, what you represent, and then practice saying that out loud. So that when persons ask you, you are able to say with confidence who you are, what you are about, and what you are willing to offer.
I love that. It's so true. We get so intimidated with what we see, and us women tend to want everything to be perfect. And we're like, I want to be like her. I want to look like her. When in fact, to your point, Dana, show up confidently as yourself and give that value. And so, Christy, what would you add to that? What is the one skill that a female entrepreneur today needs to ensure that she develops to be successful? Unmute yourself. There you go.
Sorry about that. I'm going to echo what Dana said, because I believe that speaking is one of the best ways to grow your business. To be able to speak on stage or off stage, be able to talk to people and talk about what you do, to be able to share your knowledge and impact life. What I see is that most people, especially most speakers, especially if you are new in business, it's very difficult for them to be able to open up and let themselves go and be able to share what they do in such a way that somebody will be able to find that they are the expertise, they have the expertise to be able to change life. And so I find that that is the number one thing, being able to expose yourself, be vulnerable in front of other people, and not worry so much about what you do. Because I find, especially for new speakers, that's one of the challenges, being able to be vulnerable and talk about your failures and talk about how other people can relate to you. That's what I think.
I love it. Yes, being vulnerable. It is in fact so true. Lalitha, what would you say is the one skill that a female entrepreneur should look into developing in order for her to be successful online?
Yes, I actually do echo with Christy and Dana as well. But just to add on what I believe that is the key success to our business would be actually lies in the level of a social intelligence. And when we talk about social intelligence, would be the ability to build successful relationships as we are building connections, because our experience and knowledge can only get us this far, but our ability to build strong relationships will actually propel us to the next level. So if you look at it, in terms of business, what is the main thing that we need? Sales, right? So when we look at sales, we are going out there to put ourselves out there and to get new clients. But why not leverage on the relationships that we already have? There have been a study shown that our friends in average know 300 people by their first name. So if we could estimate a minimum of 10% of the 300 friends as our potential prospects, can you imagine that? 300 friends, and then you have 10% of that, and you've got a whole load of leads there itself. So honestly, that's what I believe. And so far, we've seen that 97% of businesses need referrals to survive, but only 3% of businesses have referral planning in place. So let's work on that, ladies.
I love it. And so we are talking about being vulnerable. We're talking about building relationships. We're talking about telling your story. These are the things that you want to develop to be successful online. I love it. But we have to be honest, ladies, the internet is very, very hard to navigate. Those streets of social media, Instagram, Facebook, what do you do? It feels so overwhelming. And so I guess the next question I have, and I will ask Christy this question, if you know, as a coach to new coaches that are wanting to speak, and you spoke about being able to, whether you're on stage or online, and being able to open up and telling your story, you know, it's a mindset shift that needs to happen. And so the question I have for you, Christy, and for you ladies, Lalitha and Dina as well, is, you know, once you make that decision to be vulnerable, to tell your story and say, yes, I'm on this, I'm going online, I'm going to be me, I don't care about her, this is me. Is there a mindset shift that needs to happen? And if so, what is that? What does that look like?
You know, Martine, I'm glad you asked that question, because I believe, that's a quote I heard once, and he said, I may not be perfect, but parts of me are pretty awesome. I'll say it again because this is really going to resonate with somebody out there. The quote says, I may not be perfect, but parts of me are pretty awesome. What am I saying? Because I believe that when it comes to mindset, to be able to be visible, to be able to share your message, for somebody else to connect with you, you have to release your ego for perfection. I'll say it again. Release your ego perfection. That's one of the things that I struggle so much as a new person coming online. You see, English being my second language, I was worried so much about what other people will say, whether they will understand me, whether I'm going to be able to cross my T's and dot my I's. And let me tell you, when I finally let it go, when I finally let that first imperfect video from this imperfect girl sitting right here, when I finally made a decision to let it go, it allows someone else to do her very first video. I don't know whether you can relate. And if you're watching us right now, I want you to get this, that you don't have to get it right, but you have to get started to keep going. Again, you don't have to get it right to begin, but you have to begin to get it going. And so when you ask me, Martine, what it takes for you to release your ego for perfection, because in so doing, you get better.
Ooh, Christy, beautiful. Yes, yes, we agree, we agree, we agree. Dana, tell us how we shift our mindset so we can get out there and be successful.
You know, I absolutely love what Christy said, and it's something that I share with my clients all of the time, because I go live often, and what persons didn't recognize is that going live or going on social media was a mindset shift for me, because I was very accustomed to speaking in front of 100, 200 persons in person. I was absolutely fine with that. I had grown up in an environment where I spoke a lot and I sang a lot in front of a lot of persons. However, I was now being told to go on these streets of the internet where I could not see anyone. And I was seeing that, 300 persons saw this, and I'm like, who are these 300 persons? And it was really a thing that you had to wrap your mind around. And I have really summed up my advice in this one phrase: do it afraid. All of my clients, everyone, I need persons to understand that it's never going to be a fearless journey into the online world. Every new step that you take has a measure of fear, because there is an element of the unknown. So every single person that I coach, every person that I give advice as it relates to entering a new space, the advice is simply, you're going to have to do it afraid. I don't sugarcoat it. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid. But what you will discover is that every time you do it, it becomes a little less fearful. When you step over that boundary of fear, you recognize that it is worse in your mind than it is in reality. And so therefore, to piggyback on what Christy says, one, divorce perfection, because you know what? We are humans and we are not robots. We are not, when you are online, it's not a polished image of a production team like we see in the movies. And even those movies have errors. We see it all the time. You know, like you're looking at a Renaissance movie and there's a Starbucks cup somewhere in the background. It's never perfect. So we are imperfect people coming forward to share a message, to empower, to encourage, and to build someone else. And therefore, you do it as an imperfect person relating to imperfect people, and you understand that you're gonna have to do it afraid, but it will be okay.
I love it. Do it afraid. I could not agree more. This is amazing. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Lalitha, tell us.
It's such a relief to know that I'm not the only one. So, yes, I totally agree with what you beautiful ladies have said. And being a coach myself, a business coach myself, meeting many people out here physically and putting myself out there online is the most challenging. Oh gosh, I cannot even imagine. But anyway, so moving on. For me, I believe my coach Daniel Tolson, right? He usually mentions this. In fact, at all times, he keeps reminding us: future intent determines present action. So, in order to develop a mindset shift, especially as an online entrepreneur, we go through many disappointments, and one of it, of course, being online and failing and putting ourselves out there. So, lots of disappointment as a business owner, and the stress of being online is gonna really sometimes put us off, or mentally, and emotionally we may be at a different level. But we need to also understand that 70% of decision made under stress usually can be a wrong decision. So what my coach Daniel Tolson usually, every time he says this, that focus every day on where you're going, your direction. You don't have to set goals, but have a direction as to where you are going. And that will help you to eventually eliminate, your wrong and bad decisions and your fear and all this. Because when you start focusing on where you are heading to, all action taken every single day will be in accordance to your future intent. So get rid of your doubts, get rid of your fears, but which also helps you to, in fact, remove your limitations as well. So yeah, so that's what I want to say. Future intent determines present action, and keep on focusing that
Keep
every
moving
day.
forward.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, keep moving forward. Get started. Do it anyway, even with fear, even with doubt, and you're gonna learn along the way. Love it, ladies. This is amazing. And so there's no doubt that you are women that are out there successfully representing your brands, personal brands online, attracting great clients, supporting amazing people to really reach their goals. And so as we close this conversation, I would love to ask you, Dana, to get started with, what do you offer? If I am watching you right now, I'm an online inspiring female entrepreneur thinking of getting started, but I'm scared, and I love what you shared with me tonight. Or perhaps I'm already been online, but I'm challenged. Tell me what you have going on so that I know how to connect with you. And this question as well goes for you, Christy and Lalitha, as we close this beautiful roundtable conversation tonight.
Thank you so much, Martine. So you can actually find me on Instagram as the Vision Builder CO. So it's literally the Vision Builder CO, or you can find me on Facebook as Dana Hayes-Burke, the Vision Builder. And what I do is I have a signature coaching program, which is the 4P3 coaching program, and it's a 4 pillars profitability pathway. And my coaching program is not only for coaches, but it is for small business owners, micro business owners, where it is really, you've started a business and it's you and your shadow working in your business. And it's a bit overwhelming. You started with really great ideas, really great thoughts, and somehow, you're not getting the sales. You're getting money coming into your business, but you're not able to pay your bills. Perhaps in this COVID period, you may not have been able to keep yourself afloat. And that is an indication that you may not have had a profit in your business. So because you're waiting on a month-to-month income, what I do with small business owners is that I help you to move not just your product and connect it with your client, but also to build structure in your business so that your business becomes a business. And I think that's a key thing, right? A lot of the times when we enter into the online space, when we start making our offerings of a product or a service, we only focus on the sale, but we do not put structure in our business to sustain us, for it to run automated in some areas. And then in other areas, for you to have interventions, direct interventions, for there to be elements in your business that attracts clients without you having to manually do it. And then also have that ability to grow and to scale and to replicate and to have those elements come into your business so that as you grow, your quality won't reduce, you won't feel overwhelmed, you won't feel burdened. And that's what my coaching program does. I have worked with clients all over the Caribbean and in the US to help them to put structure in their business, to streamline their activities so that they can achieve their vision faster, so that business is not overwhelming, so that it's simplified. So how do you get in contact with me? On my pages, you will see a link to book a consultation call. And what that does to me is it helps me to understand where you are, what you have in your mind, so that we can have a chat to see how this coaching package can work for you. Because I truly believe in small businesses with capacity to make big business bucks. But it's really found in the foundation. It's really found in your fundamentals. It's really found in the way that you structure yourself. So if you know that right now your business is not where you want it to be, if you know that right now you feel a bit overwhelmed, frustrated, if you know that COVID, has you running in circles and you really don't know where to go, I would really love to chat with you, because I truly believe that the business that's in your mind is something that you can truly build into something magnificent, and I would love to help you do it.
Thank you so much, Dana. Thank you so much. And I will ensure to share your information as well. And feel free to jump on this video and put in all the information as well, ladies, so that you can be contacted. And so thank you for sharing this, Dana. And Christy, as we close, tell us, how can you help a woman today watching this conversation and saying, I'm so fired up to start. I am ready, but I need help. Tell us what you have going on, Christy, so that we know and she can make the decision to join you. You just have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Thank you for that question. Oftentimes we are standing in our own shadow. I'll say it again because somebody else, this is going to bless you. Oftentimes we are standing in our own shadow. And that's something that I can relate so well, standing in my own shadow for so long, haven't had to miss opportunities and speaking engagements because this lady sitting right here didn't believe that I could do it. I didn't have the courage to be able to stand up and speak. And when I get clients, let me tell you, the number one thing that I let them know is that they are enough. That they are enough. Because oftentimes you can have whatever you have, but if you don't have somebody believing in you before you can believe yourself, it can be very difficult for you to believe in yourself. And so I coach and train speakers, new speakers, women in business, service providers, consultants, really being able to talk about their story, because that's what Signature Talk is all about. Whether you call it Signature Talk, Signature Story, or Signature Presentation. And Signature Presentation, it really is something that it comprises your core message, your brand message, what your viewpoints are, and why you got where you are right now. Because oftentimes, if somebody doesn't know how you got there, it's pretty much hard for them to relate to you. And so for me, one of the challenges that I see new speakers make is just tell you what I want to tell you but people don't know how they got there. I got there because that was one of my challenges. And I know when I coach new clients, that one of the things that I stress is tell your story. And it's pretty much difficult to tell your story if you don't know who you're talking to. It's pretty much difficult to tell your story if you don't know how your story will make a difference in the person that you are talking to. So how do I help new speakers? How do I help entrepreneur women? I help them by really taking the time to craft their story so that they can stand out from other speakers. And I have a group. What do I do in this group? This is a group that you get to ask me questions. Besides having one-on-one with you, you get to have tips on how to create your compelling signature talk that helps you stand out. And oftentimes, having a coach is, for the most part, is important because you need somebody else to share views with you. You need somebody else to give you feedback. You need somebody else to tell you, hey, I got your back. Having the confidence to be able to master your message, the delivery, and grace the stage with confidence. That's what I help people do. And I have a group. The group is Speakers Circle. Again, is Speakers Circle. Women's, I forget the women. Women's, because I gotta make sure it's only for women and few men who believe in their women. Women's Speaker Circle. It's women's with an S. Women's Speaker Circle. And when you join this group, I created a brand new ebook. And that ebook is Top 10 Mistakes New Speakers Make and How You Can Avoid Them. Again, it's Top 10 Mistakes New Speakers Make and How You Can Avoid Them. Thank you. Back to you, Martine.
I love it, Christy. I love it. I love it. And guess what? All of this ties into each other, ladies. Whoever's watching this, you got to understand this is what I love with the online space and being an entrepreneur and raising your hand and saying, yes, I want to build something from my heart. There is space and room for all of us. What Dana is providing you, the structure and the understanding of how you're going to build your business for success. Because if you're building something that's going to drive you crazy, you might as well stay where you're at. And so Dana's giving you the structure. Christy's giving you the opportunity to leverage your story and attract clients, attract business opportunities for you by ways of you learning how to speak. And online, you can do that successfully. And Christy, feel free to share in the post of this post when we're done, the link to your group so that others can join. And Lalitha, tell us, what do you have for our female entrepreneur watching right now to support her and get her to be successful online with her business?
Thank you once again, Marty. All right. Just to share a little bit about how I actually started helping women, right? So you understand where I come from. I'm a very ambitious woman, and I'm always there. When I was the corporate world, I was climbing up the corporate ladder until I got married and I had my kids. So my kids became my priority. And being a follower of Jesus Christ, so I knew this is my ministry. My boys are my ministry. Yet I felt lost. Yet I was overwhelmed, and I never had support from my husband because by the time I had my second child, we split, so I'm actually a single mom right now. So a lot of things I was overwhelmed with. And yet the desire deep down within me, wanting to be there, wanting to do something in life, because I know I'm called for much more than just being a mom to my children. You know what I mean? So what I did was I started, by God's grace, truly awesome. I can only say that Jesus has been truly great leader in my life and my CEO, in fact. All right. So he has led me through this journey to actually to come out and help other women to gain clarity, to build confidence, and also to have a clear sense of direction in their entrepreneurial journey. Because we are there for so much more, not just being a mom. We are there for so much more. All right, we are all called to do great things, but we need that direction. We need someone to help us out, to hold hands with us and break down sometimes in steps. I never had that at that point of time. Only God has been leading me. And only lately, in fact, I started hiring business coaches. And I mean, I have great business coaches, and I believe God in His time brought these right people for me at this point of time. So that is where I'm coming from. So the business coaching services that I provide involves discovering the causes that overwhelms you, all right? Applying tested techniques to increase your productivity, to take control of your time, and quickly master your organizational skills to help you create money and also make an impact faster and easier than you ever thought possible. But however, I personally believe there is going to be a condition applied as well. You must have the fierce desire to learn and grow, because trust me, if you don't have that, there's no point of you paying any one of us the money, but you are not going to be doing the job. You know what I mean? So you still need to have the desire to learn and grow and put in that work. So yes, so I have a group called Marketing from Within, which I recently started. As I shared, I was, finding it challenging to put myself out there, remember, in the beginning of the conversation. So yes, so I had started out, but I'm launching it in the first week of August. So I would love to invite each and every one of you to come join us. The reason I termed it Marketing from Within, because we have to get ourselves sorted, if you know what I mean, before we could market ourselves as a business and as a person. So yes, do come and join us. And I also provide different coaching packages, one-to-one as well as group coaching packages, and 5-day training called 5 Principles of Success, based on what my coach has actually taught me. Right? Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations for starting your group, Lalitha. And, as we wrap up this conversation and all of you can come in as we close, because, I have to tell you, I have goosebumps just listening to you guys. For me personally, even, I'm a solo entrepreneur. I'm a mother. I have 2 kids and I love speaking. And
Yeah.
I'm working on my business structure, Dana. Like, these are all the things that is needed to be successful online. And, chime in if you will, but the one statement that I have to make here is that you cannot absolutely do this by yourself. Okay? That's what my experience has been being successful online today for me, is that there is no way you can build that impact that you want by yourself. And so it takes us to take the time to speak to you today. Dana took the time to speak to you. Christy took the time. Lalitha took the time. And they're all sharing their support to you so that you know you are not alone. And the best part is, all of these women that you see, including myself, we are speaking from experience, whether it was when we fell down or whether when it was everything was good. We have been playing the streets of the internet for a while now. And that is why we're so confident to be here and have this conversation. And so we're going to be sharing the links of all of you guys. And I guess one last takeaway that any one of you want to share to anyone watching, please go ahead and do that now.
I would say something, thank you so much again for the opportunity. You have really shown that it's okay for women to work together, that you don't have to be afraid that another woman is sharing your platform. And that's what you do so well, Martine, that you give people an opportunity to leverage your platform. And I cannot thank you enough. But, Martine talked about women, you can't do it alone. I also have Women's Coaching Association where women come together to educate, collaborate, and connect with one another to grow their businesses. And I find that I cannot do it alone. The old Christy would not have been here talking to you. The new Christy have mastered the courage to say, I have something to impact other people's life. And listen, I need other people to help me as well. So if you are listening to all of us, just know that you cannot do it alone. The best investment that you can make in yourself is what? Invest in yourself. That's the best investment. Because when you invest in yourself, like Warren Buffett said, it's an investment that keeps giving.
Amen.
It's an investment that keeps giving. You know, women, we love to buy. But all those things we buy in a week, in 2 months, in a year, it's all over. But when you invest in yourself, it's an investment that keeps going. You know, I talk about the signature talk. The reason I talk about the signature talk, because nothing beats you opening up and sharing with other people. Nothing beats you being, you can have all you want, all your businesses, but if you're not able to share with somebody else and tell someone else how that business you have, while your expertise is going to impact them, it really doesn't do you any good. So if you're watching me right now, if you're listening to all of us, just know, like I said before, that what you have is going to benefit and serve somebody else. And all you gotta do is do what? You gotta surrender your ego for perfection.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Christy. Dana, any final words for the women watching today?
My final thought for you is simply this. The vision, the idea, the dream that you have in your mind is possible. But it's absolutely possible. I need you to hear that. You're not insane. You're not crazy. It's not a far-fetched thought. The fact that it's in your heart, it's possible. However, sometimes when we are at one level, we only see through this. And that's why you need someone else to help you to see the bigger picture, to help you to see the map to where you want to be. So don't discredit or discount the thing that you've been burdened by for so long. Get someone who can help you to see the bigger picture, to see the tools that are in your hands that you can use to start taking you to that destination that's in your mind. It is absolutely possible. Don't give up on your dream.
Yes, thank you for this. Great message, Dana. Lalitha, what is your final thoughts for us watching today?
I just want to leave, since the women have already covered everything that I also wanted to say. So I'll just leave you with this, all right? This statement by John Hancock: the greatest ability in business is to get along with others and influence their actions.
Amen, amen.
So,
yeah.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I hope that we get to do this again. You have shared so much motivation. So you have inspired me. I hope that you know that. And, you know, this is what it's all about. It's about showing up and speaking the truth and truly extending our hands to the other women out there that need our support. And so I truly believe that every single one of us have the opportunity to share our story, to share our skills, and we can do it. As much as you're watching us right now and thinking, oh, they got this, look at them, they're good, they got this, they know how to do this. It did not start yesterday.
It did not start here, and it did not start here.
Certainly.
And we continue, every single one of us continue to invest in ourselves so that we can get better at it, so that we can help you even more. And so if you're looking for additional support, I will absolutely share with you as well my own Facebook group, which is free, where all of these wonderful women have come to be in, my Facebook group that is, have connected with each other and are helping the other almost 1,800 members in that group. I'm so excited. And, you know, oh, thank you. And it's because of you and the community that is growing. And so we are ready to support you. We're ready to help you. And like Lalitha said, and Dana said, and Christy said, the desire needs to be there, because girlfriend, you gotta go to work. You have to work. But if you have the right people next to you that have done it, been there, done that, they will guide you, and they're right here.
Yes.
Okay? But you gotta go to work. So stop listening to people telling you it's easy, it's easy. Yes, you can do it, but you gotta go to work. And you can't do it alone. And so that's my closing statement. I wanna thank you all for joining me from Malaysia, the Caribbean. Where are you, Christy? Trinidad. Where are you?
Sacramento area.
Yes, I'm in New Jersey. Dana, where are you in the Caribbean?
I'm in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you. I need to come to you. I'm in New Jersey. And Lalitha's in Malaysia. Beautiful, beautiful ladies, what you have created tonight. I want to personally thank you again. And we're going to do this again. I appreciate you.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you so
Martine.
much.
everyone.
Me.
And thank you for the
Thank you. God bless
opportunity,
you.
Michelle. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.